Storyblocks Audio. Hi everyone, it's the Shai Talk, and we're back for another episode. And as you can see on the screen, listen, this is gonna be epic. This is season 3, episode 3, so 303 episode, and I got my girl Rene here. I'm not gonna give out the govy because y'all don't know her like that, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you've seen her anywhere on your social media, because I have, and that's where I found her, and I've been laughing ever since. Thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate it. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to honestly be here.
Yeah.
And tap into, your
Yeah.
world. So.
Come on, look, gotta show us. Black people we gotta stick together. You know what I'm saying? And I get to say that, before she becomes real big, I got to sit down with her. Before the Oprahs and the TMZs.
You did.
So we're going to get into the nitty gritty, just about yourself. Tell us what you want us to hear. No pressure on what you don't want to speak on. So just to tap into that, we'll start with that.
Well, I'm born and raised here in Washington, like Seattle, Washington,
Come on.
I would definitely say like Cap Hill, Central District,
Okay.
2 steps apart, but
Yeah.
you know how it is. And, I just grew up, I went to high school in like the North though.
Really?
So,
Where you go?
Nathan Hale.
They
I was
bust you
busing-
out there?
Girl, my grandma was sending me on that bus. I was catching the metro, 2-3 buses deep.
What?
Yeah.
Where did you really want to go?
Honestly, I did want to go to Nathan Hale. Me and my cousins had a pact, because back in the day, right?
Uh-huh.
They used to go to Summit.
Oh,
So growing up,
okay.
we used to always be like, they'd be like, hey, bro, there's a high school across the street, across the street. I say, yeah, I'm cool. You
Yeah.
know, I went to TT Minor, Madrona, did all that. So you meet all those people. So you're like, cool. So I was like, I'm sticking with the, Nathan Hale. And then,
Yeah.
but my cousin shook. They went to Garfield. I mean.
Come on. G.
Come
on!
You a bulldog?
Yeah, I'm a bulldog. Come on,
Feel
class
it.
17. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so Nathan Hale. Okay, and yeah. Okay, well wow. I would never think that. I really thought you went to Garfield.
No, girl.
Like the way
Did you see me? Did you see me in the hallways?
Well, see, I came to Garfield like my last year. I went to Cleveland my 3, but I claimed Garfield.
You was up there.
But I
you
only
would eat. What you over? I get it.
But I only went to Cleveland for hoop though, because the girls.
They were they used to run.
Run. So I was like, I'm going to get a ring, and I did. And then once my coaches left, I was like, let's head to Garfield. Yeah. 'Cause my parents went to Garfield, my grandparents. So I was like, I gotta end it there.
It's always the tradition. That's too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look. I gotta tap in. When I first saw you, I think I saw you on my TikTok, and it was something. I think you did a skit of like, it was about something like a dude, like you checked his phone or something.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you I was in tears, because I was like, first of all, this is authentic Seattle nature. If you're not from Seattle, you don't get it.
They don't. Cali be trying to eat me up in the comments.
I seen the people from Portland too talking. I said, what?
But see, Portland saying they sound just like us. Because when I'm reading my comments, they be like, bro, that's us. But it's like, we don't really tap into Portland culture either. Like,
No.
Pacific Northwest, West Coast, we all the same. But we got our own different swag, you know? So I feel like, they don't be knowing about us.
They don't. And Cali, bye. You're like,
Cali
okay.
on our head. Cali, I'm like, come on, brother. Let's share the love. It's all good.
Yeah.
We all, But, man, they don't know
it's the
about
Seattle
that Pacific
culture.
Northwest.
So what made you get into that? Like the skits and stuff, and just basically like, because you're known for like Seattle nigga skits. Like how these niggas be acting.
Girl.
I be getting secondhand embarrassment because I be like, I used to deal with dudes like that.
Girl, you used to deal with them?
Unfortunately.
And we grew up in the same area, so I can only imagine what niggas you was dealing with.
Was it crazy? On the CD.
Oh.
But it was the South End dudes that got me.
She said they heavy in there.
Yeah. So when I be like, oh my God, this is deja vu. How you be acting? I be like, what?
And you grew up in the South End. See, and I grew up in the CD. I didn't really grow up in the South End. So
wait, I grew up in the CD, but I knew everybody.
But,
like, but still, it's just like,
that's all how they talk.
All how they talk.
They be like, that's the South End. No, I didn't grow up there. So that's how all you guys talk.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's too much. So what made you get into skits like that?
Honestly, it just, I don't know, it's what blew up. I just was like, I don't know even how I even thought about the concept, but it just stuck with me. So I was just like, let's just make some skits about how these guys are. Like, you know, I've seen some bitches go through it, you know. I would say even back in my younger days, maybe, but not that much, because this is not for me. But, you know, I just started doing it, and it really just blew up, you know, so.
I'm like, dang, she got the puffer coat, the North Face down pack with the pants sagging to the chain and to the mannerism. And playing toupee in the back. I said, this is crazy. This is legendary right here. And it be going viral too. And it's just like, you know, it's just how I grew up. Even though I probably wasn't grew up around like that lifestyle per se, you know, because honestly, I really grew up with my grandmother, and my grandmother wasn't having it. And my grandma was strict. So not moving in those streets, but still having family members who are also in those streets. So you see, you peep, you observe, you watch. Damn, you know, homegirls, you like, damn, bitch, you was wilding when we was kids. That's why I can't hang out with your ass. So it's just like, your environment. And I just think that's what makes it like, genuinely like, embracing it. I love that. That video, the one in front of the liquor store at the Safeway, that video killed me. I'd be like, this girl is so like, because it's unique. It is not like you're trying to copy anybody else's trying to do this skit. Like, it's, you know, it's Ayo Rene. Like, ain't nothing to it.
And that's the cool part about it too. I be getting recognized. So
see, it's stacking.
It's starting to stack. I went to Torchlight, had a ball, and I met people, so it's like really cool. But I feel like people love them some DeMonte, and they don't see Ayo Rene.
Listen, what I seen you do a couple videos when people was commenting that. Because you always said DeMonte.
Oh, I didn't mean to say I always say DeMonte, but they loved him that DeMonte.
Hey, that might have to be a secondary character for you.
That is it, and I feel like, you know, people definitely tap into it, but you know.
Now, we was just talking outside how like having a regular job but also like doing social media skits, how that's a secondary job. Can you please tap into that? Because I say that all the time, but I'm like, I have a podcast, so it's like I'm not like acting like scenarios. So like, how do you balance that like in your life?
I just feel like now that I'm really seeing business, I feel like you have to really kind of tell people what you can do. So, you know, like me navigating, knowing I have to work, and this is like a come up. So your come up things aren't going to always be heavy hitting. Sometimes you're going to do stuff because you want to do stuff and you want to tap in with other people and share the love. So it's like, you know, but it eventually is going to get you that point. So you got to be like, hey, I'm able to do it this time. You know, you came at me on some, y'all tap into this podcast. You feel me? She came at me and was like, hey, you know, I got a time for you. This is when you're available. So it's just like trying to fit it into your schedule. You know?
Right.
I think you were saying that earlier too. Like, you work, but you come in.
You
know,
I'm using my weekend.
Come do this.
So I love that. Well, look, shout out to you. You're doing it. And I think like, do you feel pressure like in that, or do you just kind of like, no, it's on my time, I don't care?
No, you do feel pressure. Like, even for me, like, also honestly doing social media, you start knowing the, like, I don't know. Person who don't do social media ain't gonna hear me talking right now. They ain't gonna understand what I'm saying. But you do feel pressure, you know, because you want to put out content for your fans.
Right.
So, you know, you got to keep it coming. If you don't put out nothing, you just falling. You done.
Yeah, everyone forgot about you.
So, you know, you need to drop your content. You need to be consistent. Even if it ain't a video they don't want to see.
Right.
Make a video.
You know? Yeah, because you be doing the voiceovers and
that's a lot
camera switching. Yeah, that's a lot. I can only imagine. I leave the camera switching and the voices to that man. I don't do any. I just talk, you know. So
I want to tap into what you doing too. Shoot, if I could do it, I'm like, wait, let me just. You trying to do this movie? Let me just edit this part down real quick.
He's doing it.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Well, okay. Last question on the whole social media thing. We'll turn to a different topic. Is this like a wave that you are wanting to ride, or is this just something that like to make other people like smile and like, is this really for you, or is this for us? About like you putting out content and wanting to do the skits and stuff like that.
I think it's for both, right? Okay. I want to put out and make people happy, but I also want to put out in, be Beyonce, Issa Rae.
Yes.
So I feel like it's for both. I want to, just build me.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, and it's only the beginning. Okay. Well, we're going to start with some icebreakers. Like I told you before, it's no bizarre questions. It's nothing. But I'm going to make you think, though.
All right.
Okay?
I love it. I love to think, sis.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to start it off. So, what right now, just right now, we ain't got to think about past or future. What is your top 5 playlist of your life? It could be a song, it could be an artist, it can be an album, whatever you want.
I'm going to say, look, I really listen to a lot of Caribbean music, Jamaican music.
Mm-hmm.
I just got back from there, so it's a place I love.
I love Jamaica.
But so I listen to a lot of that. Mm-hmm. So if I had to put a couple of them on there, and then I'm gonna throw you with some, I would say Kraft, he go hard. Chronic Law go hard. They got some hitters out there. Tap into it.
Yeah.
But as far as this American music, I'm gonna say I ain't that heartbroken, but Jasmine Sullivan, girl, it's something about the way she speaks.
She be singing.
She be singing.
Yeah. She be singing.
She be singing. She go good. Go good. And then I'm gonna say Summer Walker is good.
Yeah. That last album, well, not the one before. That was a great album.
Yeah, 32. Still. That was.
Wait, which one?
The one that just came out where she's the way your love.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
She did her thing. Mm-hmm. And Drake ain't putting nothing out on it, but I love me some Drake.
Who doesn't love Aubrey?
Who don't?
Yeah.
And who I'm low key tapping into, and I'm starting to vibe to a little music. Lil Durk.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Have you heard it with the J. Cole mix?
I like that song, but like I'm not really like a huge like Durk fan.
And Backdoor, close that back door and speak with my own. Don't play that in the car. I'm like, what? You better stop.
Oh my God. Okay, is that 4?
Yeah, and then
okay.
5th, I'm gonna throw some Washington shit in there for you. 5th, if I'm listening to some music.
Don't shake the table.
Hey,
don't feel bummer either.
But they know. Okay, then look. But they know. I got some hitters on the roster.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just say this. Well, I'm gonna say 2.
Okay, I'll give you 2.
I'm gonna say Toupee in 2000s, baby. I'm bumping that shit.
Hey, that's good choices.
You like Toupee? You listen to his music?
I went to school with this dude. Like,
so you listen to that music?
Yeah. It was a shocker. I'm not gonna lie. It was a shocker to me that he became a rapper because that didn't like growing up with him. You never would have thought. But I'm like, he's consistent.
He was a kind kid. Yeah.
Yeah. He's super sweet. He's funny as hell. Like he's goofy. But hey, do what you do. He's the only one I feel like him and a couple other people are very consistent with their music.
Mike Jack. He's consistent. Who else is on that shit again? Bitch. Put it in my hand. That's what he be talking about.
Hey, see me in the car. At least hit it 90 on the freeway.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he go in and hey, I've been tapping into him a little bit more. Make a Million. He's consistent.
I've heard a couple.
Listen to some of his stuff.
Yeah,
he dropping a song every 2 seconds.
I think I've heard a couple. I know he has a song with Cam. I think Cameron Chanel.
Oh, Cammy. Oh.
Yeah.
Kenny, good. Yeah, she was here too.
That's my girl. She is wild. Yeah, her, and I know he had a couple songs with James. Rest in peace to him. But yeah. I mean, Seattle's doing it in the rap scene.
Seattle's doing it, and we got to shout out to our female artists, Cammy Too Cold. You be rapping, you be talking your shit.
What's that one girl, that light skinned girl? I think it's like 50 something.
I don't know. I
know faces. I'm not really.
I know a lot of females do a lot of singing too.
She raps to the one I'm talking about.
So you gotta tap me more into that.
Yeah.
I be seeing Gabby. You know Gabby, she's a rapper. Gabby too, or
good by faces. I'm not good at names.
Yeah, me too.
Shout out to everyone.
Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to everybody. Everyone's doing it. Okay, that's a good list. What's your
list?
I mean, I'm all over the place. I mean, if I could think on top of my head, it would be artists like Mary J all the best. Like, you can't go, like, Mary J it just gives me, like, that My Life album, it just gives me life.
You did me wrong.
Come on. Like, I'm not even in a heartbreak, but, like, if I need something, that her, Beyonce, I mean, I love
that's, I forgot my queen.
Did you like the Renaissance album?
I did.
Yeah, it was different.
It was cool.
Yeah.
But I definitely like that old Beyonce.
Flaws and all, Beyonce.
And you know who really be talking? Who really, during the Destiny's Child era, Michelle was really talking. Her verses went hard.
Oh, yeah. When she hit that bridge, oh, yeah, she was doing it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was really doing it. Especially on Survivor.
Oh, girl, she was talking.
Yeah, she was holding on to that, too. Ready, okay?
Surviving. Okay.
Beyonce, Mary J. If I hit any rappers, definitely, like, Kendrick.
I don't listen to much Kendrick, but he be rapping.
He's
a rapper.
Yeah, he be getting.
He's a rapper. Yeah.
Tupac, I'm infatuated with Tupac. He just has to be on my list. And then lastly, if I'm going like way back, it's gonna have to be like Marvin Gaye or Michael Jackson.
I see. Look, if I had to go way back, I got a list. I grew up with my grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
My homegirls used to be like, girl, why are you playing this old ass music?
Because I have an old soul.
Yeah, because I have an old soul.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to sitting there sitting in the morning sun. You better listen to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they used to hate the oldies.
They were singing. Oh, if honorable mention, Usher. I don't think Usher gets his props.
Usher had an album that burned during Christmas, playing that on our CD player.
Usher, it ain't aged either.
He hasn't. I want to go to his little Vegas tours.
Okay, look, I really want to, you know what? I really want to know your opinion. That whole Keke Palmer thing. Was she right or was she wrong? I got a pros and cons to it.
Keke
was living her life that night.
But with a man. You was with a man. I don't mind her outfit. Like, baby, don't be insecure. Don't be jealous.
Yeah.
But, girl, the man, like, when you got a man, you know no man around. You're like, no.
Yeah. Too touchy.
You're not my man. It's making me a little uncomfortable.
Right.
You know? But it was Usher, though.
It's Usher.
And this is the business. She in the business. But
look, I say, outfit, look, mother or not, you can wear whatever you want.
Do it.
Like, do you? I mean, Usher can serenade to me. I don't care. Maybe a little touchy might have to, you know, but I don't know. But
if you had a man, imagine your man standing there and Usher's getting touchy. If your man's really not beefing, he's not beefing. But I feel like it's Usher, though. I feel like a real husband would be like, oh, bitch, I'm gonna kill you.
Right, and then I also think her dude was wrong for putting it on social media. You should have talked to her at home.
You should have checked me at home. Yeah, that's where he lost me. Because then I would be doing like Keke is and playing the motherfucking role.
Yeah.
I'm a mama, but I still...
Yeah. Just because you're a mother, she can't have her cheeks out? Okay. But I honestly feel like they were broken up before that.
I think something was going on. I think that's why she did that. Because the woman who ain't feeling it is going to be like...
Because the move on was very quick and precise. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, they're done?
I think so. Like, I don't... The pictures are gone and she ain't talking about them. And I'm like, oh, I think they're over. I think.
You know, I need to tap into my cousin Naya Marie. Because she be doing the little... Getting the dirt.
Oh, yeah.
She do that, girl.
Yeah. Something's off since that day.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, that situation to ruin all the experiences for other people to be serenaded. Because now you see people, like, telling Usher, like, not to even try to come over here. And it's just like, it's an Usher experience. Like, he wants to serenade somebody. Like, just let him do that.
I think people are now just playing up on it, you know?
Yeah.
They're just having a good time with it. And they're just like, yeah, baby, don't come to me. Like, Weenie. Harlem, she sat on her man's lap. Yeah. Poop. Pretty. Bye. Don't touch me.
That's
is
cute.
My man.
Yeah.
Right?
I love that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it both. I love both.
Yeah.
Have a good time or, you know, have a good time with your dude. This is.
No, yeah. I want to go to his residency. It's the production's crazy. I've seen a couple TikToks of it and I'm like, oh, wow. The strippers and everybody is just great. So, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's your top 5. I think that's a great list. Okay. So. This is where we're going to get deep, okay? You can compare this to any aspect in your life that can however I say it, whatever comes to your brain, you just say it. How does loneliness impact your ability to forgive and let go past conflicts?
I don't know. You just don't really care, right? If you're by yourself doing what you're doing, you just...
Well, to dive deeper, okay. Have you ever been in a situation where where you had to separate yourself and that made you learn how to be lonely? Like, is loneliness, like, hard for you? Because I know some people genuinely do not like to be lonely. And I feel like you gotta, like, I feel like everyone has to experience some type of loneliness in their life in order to know themselves and not really, like, depend on everybody for everything.
I don't know. It's just the way I grew up. My grandma grew me up as a woman to, like, you know, handle your shit. So it's like, if you are at a moment or you're at a time, you know, still do what you gotta do. So I feel like lonely, I don't know, I don't really be feeling like lonely. You know, I feel like I kind of like know myself. So
so I know everyone has experience in losing friends or losing someone in your life.
Then if I would say that, like my grandmother, you know, I lost her a couple years ago. So I guess, you know, that support, that person growing up with me, you know.
Yeah.
I guess
I can attest to that because my mom passed almost a year ago. And right now, it's like, you really don't, like, especially just, even if it's not a mother or someone raising you, like, you never really, you will think that they raise you full enough, and by the time you're adult, you feel like you're independent, but once they're gone, it's like, oh, shit, I really did depend on her on this aspect, and you might have thought it was small or not that big, and it's like, now I'm like, okay, Shai, how can you balance without your mama? Like, now you're really an adult, like, how can you?
But see, I grew up too in a way in which my grandma always taught me how to, like, go out there and get in. So I was paying my phone bill. I was doing stuff like that. I had a job when I was like 16. So experiencing, knowing that your mom is really like that support, and it's like, dang.
So. It's crazy. I'm doing it though.
You're doing it.
I'm going to therapy. I'm breaking that generational curse.
Sit down and talk with somebody. Tap into it. You know, I be like, you know, it's good to have somebody to talk to, because sometimes you don't want to overshare your thoughts with your friends, and then you feel like, you know, you're overbearing. Just you know, so therapy's something definitely good to tap into.
And it also whether it's growing up, grieving, or whatever, it, you know, time goes by and it kind of like shows yourself, because I feel like at one point everyone feels like they don't do nothing wrong, but like when like reality hits in and really show you, like, Shai, you really got to get it together or work on this. Like, you know, what I was saying, like, are you able to move past conflict or, like, knowing how to have difficult conversations with people? Or is that uncomfortable?
I feel like I can't have a conversation. I'm a very direct person.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you know, hey, this is the problem and this is the issue.
And
if you don't figure out the problem, the issue, then I'll be mad. But I feel like I'll stop down and realize that I really need to reason too. You know? And you don't want to be crazy.
You really don't. You really don't.
And that's what I mean. Like, so just...
and it's back to the generational curse things. You know, you watch the adults in your life handle situations. You're like, maybe, you know, if that does come to my, you know,
got a feisty attitude.
I do. It's very feisty.
So, like, if someone does something to you, you're like, bitch, you got me fucked up. Or
I'm trying to work on not doing that. Or I'm ruthless in a way where I won't even tell you nothing's wrong. I'm just gonna disappear, and then we're not gonna have a conversation.
Girl, that's me. But that's because it's like, I gotta respect my peace at this point. And I'm a type of person, I can't keep telling somebody something. And I feel like as a friend, you should just know how to mutually treat somebody. Right. Like,
You got. But then also add into it, because my therapist got me on that, because I was saying something about that, and she was like, well, Shai, though, you have to also teach people how to treat you. And I'm like, so she's like, sure, you're gonna have to open up your mouth and talk. And I'm like,
you're gonna have to be more direct, girl. You gotta just be direct.
I'm like, if you bring it to me, you know, I might be direct if I want to, but I'm trying to work on being rational. I think that's the whole thing, me being rational.
You like, I don't even want the problem.
Right. Like, or if you feel like, you know, you did something and you didn't realize you hurt your friend's feelings, and having that difficult conversation. Like, I had my first a couple weeks ago. Something happened. It was miscommunicated, And I was thinking everything was all good until I reached out about like having dinner or whatever. And the person was like, well, I got a bone to pick with you real quick. And I'm like, wait.
Pick it.
I was like, wait, I thought we were good.
No.
But instead of me being like, girl, what you tripping about? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's what you would have did?
Yeah, because
okay, I would have like, you're tripping. Don't be talking to me like that.
No, like,
bye.
That's what I, like, at first, I thought that. Because I was like, we're good. What are you talking about? But then I was like, you know what? I gotta show you this book. Because it's literally, I've been reading it. It's called Difficult Conversations. And I was like, Shai, grow up. You're about to be 25. Grow up. So I was like, instead of texting, I called. And I was like, hey, I saw your text. I have a lot of respect for you. I want to hear your perspective first, more in depth, before I respond. I said, look at growth. And we had a conversation.
Oh.
And we're good. It was just like, okay, I misunderstood that. My apologies. She misunderstood some things that I said. I was like, okay, cool. Now, if you would have caught Shai, high school Shai,
you wouldn't do that.
I'm not talking
See, your
to
growth,
you.
that's growing. Like,
Yeah.
you got to know, like, to just talk it out. Because if you really don't want to lose those friendships, then it's about talking it out. But I also believe that sometimes...
Yeah, if it's not that important.
You can't talk it out.
Yeah, it's like, or you just know some people are not going to get it, so why waste your breath?
Because they don't want to talk it out. Or they try to tell you your feelings are valid.
Or not holding accountability. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't have time for that. So I try my best to have conversations. Even when it's uncomfortable, you have to have it. So I wanted to ask you that. Like, so you don't hold grudges.
I hold grudges, but I also feel like if I hold grudges, I feel like it's valid and I feel like I've already spoken up about something. So at that point, I just feel like, oh, and honestly, no, let me not say that. I don't hold grudges. I just personally won't mess with you.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just over it. You know, like, yeah, love you.
Yeah, stay over there.
Yeah, you know, and it's never bad blood. I'll never talk down on you. I'll never do that. Because at one point, you really were a true person to me. You're my friend. You know, maybe I might vent to a bitch or two, but that bitch I gotta trust. So it's like, girl, don't be running your mouth.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut. Yeah, I mean, it way of life is communicating, and sometimes patience involves it. Like, you know, you can be patient on a lot of things. Is going to be uncomfortable, but sometimes you being patient with that person is just another sense of understanding.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I mean, I get what you're talking about, but let me try to understand. Because it's not that big of a deal to me, but okay.
But yeah, but sometimes that's how you have to look at things. Like, it's not that serious.
It's not that deep.
So you eat that one up. Tell me what it was I did. Because we also got to listen sometimes to what people say to us. And I think that's the hard, like, for me, like, girl, I know I can be crazy. I can admit that. Girl, I'm going to be G-real. Yeah. I know I can be crazy, but it's like knowing when you need to just, like, chill. Chill, girl, because you don't want to be that. That's scary.
No. I wanted to know your insight on that, because I think we all do with that. Okay, have you ever heard of toxic positivity?
No, I've never.
So, you know, Pastor Mike, not Mike Todd, but
Mike Todd was the one with the glasses spitting on people, right?
Yeah. The other one
be preaching though.
I know, I loved him too.
He be preaching though.
I loved him.
You just don't be doing that shit like the Bible don't. You don't need all that in the Bible.
Right.
The Bible didn't state that.
Yeah.
Just preach this word. Stop with the stop with the TV.
Yeah, the superstar in Hollywood. No, I loved him. But I'm talking about the other one. He's losing weight. He has a beard, and he normally his hair is it's like taped on the side, and you kind of brush. You've seen him before on the timeline for sure.
You gotta pull up a picture. I don't know who this man is.
So he was saying that, like, it's not anyone, like, if you're a genuine person, it's not necessarily your fault. But kind of like, let's say you're talking to your homegirl, and you're like, girl, like, I'm just really tired. Like, I'm just so frustrated. And they're like, girl, you got it. But not actually saying, like, okay, Rene, what do you need from me right now? Like, feel what you're feeling right now. I'm gonna let you have that moment. I guess toxic positivity is really just kind of like brushing off, like, not validating how you feel, but then also trying to, like, you go, girl. But it's like, no.
But I'm that type of bitch. If my friends are telling me they're going through something, but I feel like a lot of my friends, like, we kind of talk, but I feel like we don't really honestly even talk that deep. So sometimes when my friends call me and they're telling me about something they're going through, you know, I'd be like, girl, you got this, girl. You gotta do that, you know? Like, you know, because I feel like that's the only thing you can say. You're not in her shoes. You're not in her feet.
Right.
You do sit down and just listen.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know.
And that's why I say I know that, like, from genuine people, you really mean genuinely, like, no, you got this, like, motivational. But, like, sometimes I can come off toxic to some people.
Yeah.
And so, like, I've, like, literally found this, like, picture on Google. So, like, the toxic positivity, like, quote is, like, you know, being negative won't help you. Or, like, good vibes only. Like, don't talk about that, you know.
Oh, that's a rude bitch.
Right. Or you'll get over it. Like,
yeah, girl, no. Don't be talking to your friends like that. No, like, I think it's cool. Motivation, girl, I'm hearing you, sis. Not all like that. That sounds like a hater.
Right. But instead, turning into, like, it's very important to let out your feelings. Is there anything that I can do to you to make it easier? Or is there anything that you need me to do for you? Stuff like that. So, like, I know me. Like, my friends know with me, like, you're going to piss me off even more if I vented to you. You're like, Shai, but you got it, though. Don't even worry about the other shit. No, like, I need you to be like, Shai, what you need? You want to go out to eat or something? You need me to come over? I need
So you
that.
want the friends that are, like, gonna pull up, you know, and, like, be really, okay. But I feel like it's as easy as, like, probably just communicating with them and being like, hey, girl, like, I need you to be that person. Because I feel like if you want that type of person,
you have to say
everybody is themselves, and you have to say it.
Right.
So I feel like if I needed that out of my friends, you know, sometimes I'll hear a homegirl be like, express something to me, and she'd be like, but ain't nobody stopped and said, you know, stopped and said, she came by and stopped and said shit to me or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, girl, if you would communicate and really let it be known, like, hey, I'm going through this,
right,
and they don't feel off the muscle, then sometimes you just gotta communicate.
Right. Same, and that's the same back to what I was saying, teaching your friends how to treat you.
Yeah.
You know, now, look, when it comes to, like, my homegirls, like, venting about a dude, first of all, I don't really like being in my friends' like relationship business because I just feel like that's none of my business. But I only know what you tell me, and if it's on some bullshit, friends that I've had in the past that dealt with niggas, I just be like, but why are you dealing with them though? Like, I'm tired of hearing you complain. I can't, and I know I'm probably wrong for that sometimes, but I'm just like, I don't want to hear that. If you're gonna keep going back to him, what you telling me for?
But that's also bitches knowing that they don't need to be doing that. Because I feel like when you got a man, that should be you and your man's business. You know, what's going on. The whole world don't need to know what's going on. So it's like you keep that together. And if you do need a vent, sometimes to be like, friend, you know, let it out sometimes. But like you said, we don't want to keep seeing our friends be hurt and just...
Yeah. It's like, because I really want to come up to him and punch him in the face. That's what I really want to do, but I'm not going to do that.
At least they're telling you, though.
True.
They're telling you they're not happy.
Yeah.
They're trying to just talk to you, you know.
I'm just like, girl.
See, no, you can't be like that. So you're saying when you got your little boo, you don't be calling your friends like, girl, or you really are like, that's between me and my man.
I'd rather write it out till the end, till if it's to the point I need to tell somebody. Like,
I agree.
I just feel like if I say I'm going to work it with him, I'm going to work it out. That's between us. And so whatever you ask me how we're doing, we straight. We good. But like,
I agree.
You know, because it's just like,
that's me.
I would like, one of my friends, when she kept telling me, I'm like, well, I only know what you tell me, and all you tell me about him is bad. So that's the perception I have of him. That's the perception
I'm getting of him, and you don't do that, because what I learned too, like, is you being with somebody that you might tell that person, they're never gonna forget that. You're gonna forgive because that's your spouse and that's your man, that's your everything, right?
Yeah.
So you're always gonna be like, okay, cool, but they're not gonna forget that. They're gonna be like, girl.
Yeah, and I don't have time. We make it to the wedding bells, and you guys up at the altar talking about,
this ain't gonna work out, bitch. We made it here,
right?
Did it here, y'all?
Like, I know you be seeing the memes like on Instagram and stuff, and be like, oh, I'm like, it could be like a meme of someone eating. It's like, oh, you eating at the baby shower when you told your girl not to have the baby by her. Like, I don't need that type of energy, you know. So
but that bitch is there. She's like,
you know,
love nephew.
Yeah, I don't want that in my lane. So it's like, I'm not gonna tell my friend not to tell me her business, but I'm like, I hope you know whatever you tell me, I'm gonna remember. So whether you tell me good or bad, I'm gonna remember this guy.
Yeah.
So I just you know, toxic positivity. When he preached about that, I was like, okay. But like you said, both sides have to speak up about how they want to be treated in that category.
Yeah, you know, and I feel like that's just communication. I feel like a lot of people don't speak up and aren't direct.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to know that, like, knowing the people I know, you got to be direct. You got to be straightforward about your feelings, about everything, because no one's going to respect those feelings more than you got to respect them. So it's like, hey, I don't like this. And if you tell me, hey, bye.
Yeah.
It was definitely, this is uncomfortable for me because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Plus, it's how you say it, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
it.
You know, you can't just be like, girl, you pissing me the fuck off. Hold on.
You can't, because I would be snapping at somebody who's doing that to me. But those are things we got to know, because maybe we saw your mom and dad are married? Were they married? But you grew up with your dad and everything?
No, my dad was in my life.
So it's just your mom.
Just me, mama. Yeah. So I'm hitting double. Like, shoosh. Like,
I understand you. I understand it. Y'all bitches better come see me.
Yeah, like, I need, you know, like, and I'm the
that,
only child.
Oh,
so,
damn.
like, when I look at my friends, I like look at them as siblings. Like, if we're locked in, we're locked in. You know? So I definitely hold my friendships and my relationships very strong. So it's like, if you really do me dirty, I'm gonna be like, you wasted my time.
You wasted my time.
Like, somebody else could have been right here. Like, you know? But we live and learn, you know? But yeah, okay. Are you the type of person that lives in the moment? Like, are you good at living in the moment and not really thinking about your future all the time?
I live in the moment and I think about my future. But I feel like I mostly just live in the moment because I'm here now.
Yeah.
You know, I can't get, like, if you get too caught up in your future, you're just gonna, you know, but maybe even knowing the future a little bit, you plan your goals. So I guess knowing that even this, like, I have to be consistent. If I want to see better in the future, it's sitting down on the Shai talk, you know, and doing those certain things. But, you know, I definitely feel like I live in the moment. I'm here. This is a good moment.
Yeah. So that's always been easy for you to, like, live in the moment?
I feel like it's always kind of been easy for me. I kind of do plan my future a little bit, but I feel like, you know, if I ever wanted to do something, I would have been doing it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I struggle with that. Like, living in the moment. I just be like,
this is what I got to do.
Right. But then I really, like, I was just thinking, like, the other day, the reason why I asked that, because I was just like, you know how, like I pray a lot. Like, I pray throughout the day before I go to sleep and all that.
You're a Christian.
Yeah, like, God
atheist.
is everything. Like, I wouldn't be here.
I'm an atheist.
Really?
Yes, I don't like talking about this.
Okay.
I'm just joking, baby. I love the Lord.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
No, she isn't. I'm just joking. No, I do tap into it, you know, honestly, and I do feel like whenever I'm at that moment, and I really love that, you know, I can meet people like that, because people truly just don't understand that Bible. That Bible is about becoming a good person.
Listen,
and I'm trying, Lord. I'm trying,
because I'm like, I'm starting to, like, get back into my rhythm of religion, because I'm not gonna lie, especially with my mom and everything, I lost, like, total faith.
Was she a Christian?
Yeah. It was so, like, she had a lost battle with cancer. Damn. And this is her third time. I'm like, she beat it first 2 times.
She fight it, though.
Yeah. You know, and I know she's in a greater place and she's not in pain, and that's all I care about. But at the same time, like, around that time, I was just like, God, like, why? Like, why?
And maybe, you know, even you saying you struggle with, you know, her doing everything, maybe that's to God. You got to think about it like that. Yeah. Like, get on your ass and...
Yeah, because my mom was my everything. She never sugarcoat shit. She'll cuss me out in a minute if she thinks I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and she was also my voice of reason beside him. You know? So, even now, just living in the moment and just thinking the other day, I was like, okay, Shai, why are you not living in the moment that you prayed for? Like, you prayed for this moment, so live in this moment. So, you prayed for have an easier mind in your mental health right now. So live in this moment, and whatever is coming next will come, but don't worry about that right now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, like...
'cause you'll kill yourself worrying about it.
Yeah, and
stressing. And we already got bad hearts in the black community.
Look.
He's down the stress.
Yeah. And I think also, too, just being the struggle of being black in America, we always have to feel like we have to be perfect at everything. Because obviously we have to work 10 times harder than everybody else, and that's a lot of pressure. And so I can call myself a perfectionist in a way, but I have to also be like Shai, girl, do what you want. Yeah, do
Live
what you
your
want.
life. And that's why I feel like I don't care. Like, I really don't get into, for me personally, the racism is really real. Some people are really just awkward human beings, and that's unfortunate.
Listen.
But
God knows not to bring a Karen next to me. He knows.
Yeah, girl, but even a Karen, I would just, you don't have to just laugh at them motherfuckers. That's a mental illness too. Why do you not like me?
Literally.
Like, you are nuts. This is too much, you know?
They're bold.
So I feel like if it reaches that point, I'm just like,
I don't know what I'll do.
I don't know.
Me personally, I'm not holding cameras. She
said, I'm about to pop you. Don't do that. Now you know you're going to go to jail for that.
Look.
Don't go to jail behind the white woman.
I know. No, there was a video that went viral last night. It happened in Montgomery, Alabama. It was like on a dock or whatever, and some white folks try to jump this man. When I tell you all the black folks came like Avengers.
No, that is valid. That is valid. Like, if you're trying to do something to me, come fuck these motherfuckers up on God. Yeah. Because we all going to jail. You find me, is this what, all an assault charge because they got it on the camera?
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
No, people were jumping off their boats, swimming to the shore to go help this man. I said, if that's not unity in the black community.
That's unity. But black people, though, I feel like we do be united, though. Like,
yeah,
we know if we're in the area and something's off, we'll back it up. Like, so what's going on here? We're black. You don't know Black Keisha, so what's going on here?
Yeah. What's up? Or like, I like that though. Even when you're at parties and stuff, and you just kind of make eye your people like, okay.
Like, this is Black Unity. Yesterday I was out, right? And I went out to go smoke some hookah. You smoke hookah?
I don't smoke at all.
You. Well, come sit down and have a little talk. Okay? Come sit down and have a little talk. So we went to the hookah lounge, you know, me and my homeboy and everything. And so we pulled up to this other spot, you know, called Urban.
I've heard of it.
It's like all in Seattle. So, you know, these guys, they noticed me. They're like, hey, yo, Rene. I'm like, cool. One dude was just hella drunk. You feel me? Doing too much. Like, I'm cool with people talking to me and all that, but I don't like all the drunk. The sloppiness. Unless you're really my friend, but all the drunk sloppiness, like, come on, man, don't get fooled off that liquor. It is to have a good time. Not, you know, so just that. But I love how this black dude who knew me, he was like, hey, bro, you gotta chill. Facts. This is not that one. I said, you niggas need to start randoming up and fighting us for us like this. Yeah. Back up.
And speaking of black men, when it comes to black women too, I was watching a podcast and this girl made a good point. Our homeboys, like our locked in homeboys, really don't they never hardly see in action how like it could be black, white, whatever, a man like being so disrespectful to us. Like they don't see that element. So like when you tell your black homeboys or just homeboys in general, like, no, like these niggas out here are very disrespectful, and they be like, really? It's like, yeah, because you never see it in action. Like,
girl, they know, because they probably did this to some bitches. I have to sit you down with my friend. Look, Alex, this is my best friend. We locked in. That's my guy. Yeah. That motherfucker could tell you how a nigga ain't shit. Okay? And we can talk about it because we know about it. Yeah. And you be like, you know, and then you even hear how some women, too. Like, you know, they say men are the way they are, too, just like women might be the way they are because of men. But a man is the way you are due to the last relationship. But, baby, I ain't her. I'm civilized.
Right. I didn't do nothing to you. You should have healed before I came. Yeah.
But sometimes you got to heal with her.
Yeah.
If you're willing for the fight, but come on, after 2-3 years, we locked in, baby.
But you got to be worth it though, to go down and.
It's about what you're doing. Like if you're acting nutty, and it's different. Now I understand a couple conversations where if you're feeling some type of way, but not.
It's the communication.
It's communications. You men know how to communicate.
In some cases, yes, dudes be knowing how dudes can be very reckless out here. But there is some scenarios where dudes really you don't understand the highest element of how a dude can be so disrespectful to women.
Disrespectful.
It's wild. It's just wild to me, especially like at parties and stuff, or you can't just enjoy your time with your homegirls. This guy just want to disturb the whole vibe. It's like, Even the sloppy drunkenness, I can't stand that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the sloppy drunkenness, I can't stand it, but
yeah, it's too much.
To me, it's honestly too much. But
Yeah.
it's it's who you are. You just gotta be like, this person is really that's what they offer.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. Yeah, but living in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying my best to work on that because
you gonna get there.
Yeah, it's all slowly but surely. Speaking of that, okay, this is something that I feel like. What is the biggest problem that we are facing in the world today? It could be anything. We ain't gotta tap into the politics because that's another story. But
oh, girl, politics might get you in trouble.
I know,
but
right?
I speak when it comes to politics. I speak the real, honest truth. So whoever's for me as the person,
yeah,
that's what we gotta be speaking. Because we are the people.
Yeah. And side note, look, I pay attention to the news. I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I hate when people be like, I'm not tapped into the politics. I'm like, you don't have to be tapped into it, but you need to know what these people are talking about because
you need to know.
Yeah.
And you need to know what's going on around your world. I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They just go on these shows and listen to people.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a little different. But what was you were saying?
What problems are we facing in the world today? It could be anything.
I feel like one problem I feel like we're facing in the world today is honestly ethnicity.
Dive into that.
What I mean with that is like everybody is like offended in some way. And I feel like we should all really just be accepting each other for who they are as people. If a motherfucker cusses you out, you just take it as like, this person is nuts. You know what I mean? Like, you're but calling me a bunch of this, you're calling me a bunch of that. Like, baby, you're nuts. And there's people who are cool and who aren't like that, and just chilling. And so, what about you? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I feel like the world is very sensitive more than ever now. Like, I feel like Def Jam comedy would have never made it.
Bro, and Def Jam was fire.
Boondocks would have never made it.
Even now, we're sitting here struggling on what we should not say. Like, fuck, I just want to talk. Can we be, you hear, you know who be talking? I wish I could talk like Charleston White. Charleston White be saying what the fuck he wants.
And Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar, too. Oh, yeah. Them motherfuckers be saying what they want
to say.
Even so much DC Young Fly.
Yes.
Kevin, the ones that be on the bar stool, they be talking.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Ooh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Ooh, that's...
No, you're good. No, facts. Even like what Jamie Foxx said yesterday, everyone's coming after him. I'm like, he didn't say anything
wrong. For me personally, and that's why I feel like shit is really genuinely getting deeper than what it is.
Yeah.
I think when you're tapping into the world of a Christian and how we just got pumped off of Christianity, I feel like if you picked up our version of what we believe, then you could understand why he could say what he said.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I feel like I don't even really think it was that deep. I thought he was talking about fake people. But that's black people business.
He was talking about Judas and Jesus. That's what he was talking about. But
I thought he was talking about probably his friends or whoever, somebody crossing him. I just thought it was just a motherfucker putting up a quote to say, stay away from fake people in the name of the Lord.
What the hell's... I'm like, I woke up, I was like, wait, he didn't say anything wrong. Now he's being canceled. I'm like, anybody can get canceled nowadays.
Yeah, so you really gotta watch
that. Or just like, I think it also is wrong, honestly, is... I always say it, social media. As much as social media is a blessing to people, social media is like treacherous.
A curse. Even just now, I was just watching SNL the other day, and these guys were talking about having a millennial conversation. Why does everybody talk African American on God, bro?
The lingo is crazy.
The lingo, everybody in the world knows it at this point.
Yeah.
It is everywhere. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
But it's still cool. That's...
If they love the culture, I guess.
They love it. They love it.
Yeah, that, I feel like that, and then it's just like, it's just messing up everything with like politics and how things are built. Like, I work over there in like Sewell Park Central District area, and every time I drive by Jackson, I be like, this gentrification, you're taking everything from us. Like, I feel like you should at least leave the community how it was, but improve it. but don't dish this out. Like, I just feel like, imagining just that red apple right there, and now it's a whole apartment building. It's like,
yeah, they redid that area up, and what I would say is, if you're gonna redo an area up, make it nice, make it look like everything else, right? Because we say we want to be in these nice areas and want to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
but they could have remodeled that store, that red apple, and made it into a red apple.
Yes,
they did things differently, but I feel like keeping the people in that area is probably making rent affordable.
Yeah,
you know. Some are millionaires and billionaires, just need to pay that money.
Yeah.
And help the American people.
Help us. I'm like, inflation's crazy. I'm like, why is a carton of eggs $8.99? Like, milk is almost $10. Like, what? This is not what my mom used to talk about back in the day. I remember her saying, oh, yeah, rent back in the day was like $300, $400. I'm like, God damn, I wish rent that was today. Like, I know I'm missing so much of what is wrong with the world now. But, like, okay, to dive deeper, if you were president, what's the first thing you changing? Or what's the first thing you're doing?
The first thing I would do if I was genuinely president, I would throw everybody a motherfucking check. I need it.
Yeah.
Throw me a little cool little boot, put some money in your hands.
Yeah.
I think it's, if I was a president, I would really be for helping the people, you know? So I think I'll probably do something like that, throw some money in some hands. But as far as like a law and a policy, is that what you're asking me?
I mean, it could be that too.
I don't know. I feel like healthcare is a dud. You got that.
Yeah.
Take that out of there.
Yeah.
We're paying for it anyway if you're going to be making us pay those taxes, right? So then it's like, even education, I'll make like university people make that affordable.
Yes.
But I feel like universities, there's a business. Those are people who own those schools. So, they're determining what the price is to go here. And you know it at the door.
Yeah.
I need my money.
Yeah.
So I feel like even keeping it down with that, like making it so people can go to UCLA or Stanford or Yale.
Yeah, it's not that
affordable.
Yeah, because there's politics into that.
What about you? What would you do?
Probably the same as you. I will honestly make sure that in high school or at least middle school, financial literacy is being taught automatically.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. People how to budget their money. That's the American system, though. Like, they don't want you to...
knowing how to open up a bank account and how to save and how to,
Save is the one. I think the most important thing... Let me ask you a question.
What?
What's the most thing you think you spend money on?
Food.
They're getting us.
Listen.
They're getting us.
Yes.
That's all we probably buy is food and clothes in this motherfucker. That's why we can't save.
Yeah.
In them expensive ass cars.
Yeah.
It'd be like $60,000.
That, I would do that. I think with the college thing, like, either making it affordable or no one to have student loans by the time they're done. Because, like, you hear people have great jobs, but, like, all their money is going back to their loans. It is like they can't really start their life until those loans are done. Because, I mean, also that's attached to your credit. Everyone knows credit's everything.
Credit's important.
Yeah, that.
So
honestly,
you want that for the people in the past.
Yeah.
So cancel all that $1 trillion debt.
Right.
We got it.
Yeah. And reparations for all my black people and more.
I think we should be getting a jug, bro. Because we really did build America.
We went through a lot and we're still going through some things, okay? Like we're still going through modern day Jim Crow a little bit. Like it's just
it's
like
systematic a lot.
Yeah.
Like I don't fear, at least getting here, I don't fear about getting lynched. But maybe down south I have a story. Like I went down south for the first a couple years ago with my sister because she went to HBCU Clark, Atlanta.
Hey.
And we went down there and there was a gas shortage that couple years. We was
down
there driving,
yeah.
And she was like, yeah, we need to hurry up and get some gas and get out of here. I'm like, girl,
yeah,
it's not that,
I
but
can imagine.
Systematic racism, people are like, it's definitely in there.
It's that. I feel like unless you're like a celebrity or a basketball player or whatever, you're somewhat protected in a way.
Not really, because as you can see, look at Jamie Foxx. He get to talking too much and not.
Everyone think he's cloned and.
Yeah, girl, they get.
Did you watch They Clone Tyrone?
No, but
watch
everybody's
it.
telling me to watch it. Is it good? I heard it's good.
It makes you those the black folks in our life that believe in conspiracy. It makes you believe the conspiracy. It makes you be like, yeah, niggas are watching us. Somebody's watching us or planting something in our community to get us fucked up. It's really good. It's really good. It's 2 hours. It's long, but it's really good. You gotta watch it.
I believe it's really honest truth.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
so, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I'll tell you one part. Like, they were like making a perm like collection that had chemicals in it to program them, and so they were selling to all the hair shops
and burning them off. There go that skin, brain cancer.
Yeah. Doing stuff like that, or you gotta watch it. I don't want to tell you the whole thing.
Because we was obsessed with that crack cream for a minute. We was putting the edge. We was doing that every.
I remember that
God,
smell.
don't let me get to.
Yeah. See, my mom was a hairstylist too, so I was always around that when I was younger. And
you do hair?
I can't do a lick of hair.
Let me ask you a question, because let's talk about how black women can lack talents.
Yeah.
Do you know how to braid down to the scalp?
No.
No, I don't. I'm mad I didn't get that talent. I could be doing bitches hair for $600 right now.
Yeah. I can't. I could wash and blow dry for sure. Got you. But I can't braid. I can't press. I can't. Maybe my mom spoiled me too much. That part. I mean, I just learned how to cook a couple years ago. I should have learned that when I was a baby.
Yeah, I learned how to cook too, because my grandma usually was the one doing the cooking, but cooking is as easy as reading a book.
Really?
And putting your little timer on there.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, throw it in the oven, because then you can lay down and wait for the time to go
right.
off. Just rotate it every couple seconds.
So when I be cooking and selling my plates down, people be like, Shai, you really, like, if it wasn't for COVID and being shut down and my mom didn't teach me, I would have never learned. And so people be like, you literally just started learning how to cook like 2 years ago? I'm like, yeah.
When you're sheltered and your parents are parents.
Yeah.
Girl, it's not my fault that I had to eat that ramen noodle. My mom made sure I had pork chops, macaroni on the table, and collard greens with some cornbread.
Right.
I didn't have to eat them.
Yeah, I'm like, Mom, I'm not coming in the kitchen. Go ahead. Just let me know. Wake me up when you're done. Like, yeah.
My grandma was a stickler about that.
Yeah. But, yeah, shout out to black women. Because at the end of the day,
women.
even though we lack some talents, we are still talented in many ways. Mm-hmm. And we're great people. We're a great asset to this world. Because I feel like the world can't balance without us.
Yeah.
Well, it's towards the end. We're gonna have a part 2 soon, because this I love this. It's the Gemini and Sag spirit.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you tapping in with us.
I appreciate you letting me tap in.
Yes, this episode will come out very soon, so you'll see that. It's gonna be great. Make sure you follow her on everything. Please support her. Okay.
Yeah, Instagram and TikTok. Rene.
Yes, it's gonna be at the bottom. I'm gonna make sure of that. Guys, you guys know the ritual. I'm on everything from SoundCloud to Apple Music, Google, Amazon.
Follow her.
Yes.
Tap in.
Yes, YouTube as well. Subscribe, hit that button. Get me paid, please. And yeah, so we'll just see you next time, and everyone enjoy the rest of their summer.
Storyblocks Audio.